hope is that this forum starts something deeper in all of us, not just a desire to exchange ideas, but the will to forge partnerships and trust, not just to explore opportunities, but to invest boldly into Africa's future, not just to connect, but to collaborate across borders and to create lasting change.
We are gathering leaders from the US, from Europe, from Africa to come together to discuss how can we work together to ensure that there is corruption-free, there is integrity in the relationship, and both parties can benefit going forward.
It's extremely important for us to network and for us to also exchange ideas and for us to also tell our story to the world that changes are taking place all across Africa. The wind of change is blowing.
This transformation demands a new kind of partnership, one based on trust, on equity, and mutual benefit.
We're building basically a network of these centers across the country. There's nothing that says that can't happen internationally.
I think it's important for the U.S. and Africa to strengthen ties because Africa is the future of the world. And so therefore, everybody on this planet has an interest in making sure that Africa develops well.
The United States must be a strong, reliable partner in Africa's energy future, supporting investments in exploration, production, and infrastructure.
Africa is not just a participant in the new economy. Africa is central to its future.
So we're hoping that we can work with the leaders on the continent to understand their responsibility in terms of how they can attract funding without the exceptional cost that comes with it, because high risk is high returns.
Riskier markets, riskier borrows, risk.
When something is so high risk, investors are expecting to receive a much higher return, or they will charge a much higher return when they put their money onto the continent. And in that way, the continent don't really benefit from the investment.
Risk perceptions, capital flight, infrastructure gaps, and external shocks continue to weigh heavily. That is why this summit's theme of de-risking investment in Africa's strategic sectors is so vital.
Without transparency and accountability, it's going to be extremely difficult for African nations to attract foreign direct investment. So one of our key mantras is to make accountability and transparency part of our governance. Transparency must be embraced as competitiveness and reputation recognized as a resource as valuable as oil and gold.
So one of the pressing challenges of our day is how to create partnerships between the United States and Africa in a way that will solve some of the most important energy crises of our planet.
Over 600 million people in Africa still lack access to electricity, which is about half the continent's population.
We have to have the same ethical consideration abroad that we have at home. The United States has the capacity to become a friend to many nations just on building out water infrastructure.
Together, we must ensure that our approach creates sustainable, long-term change so that African nations and the United States thrive together.
They're saying that this is not a continent defined by its challenges, but a continent defined by its solutions. Solutions the world urgently needs for food security, clean energy, and the green and digital transitions of the future.